Your journey is more than just being a real estate mogul. Very less people know that you are into currency collection also. When I come to Bangalore and when I see Prestige everywhere, I think that maybe it's a old family business group with deep roots in property. So how did the shift into property happen?
Coming to real estate, it happened by accident. We bought a piece of land for my house. So in the process of selling it, we made 75,000. I found some notes which read Reserve Bank of India. However, there was a stamp on it which said Pakistan note payment refused. So I couldn't understand how a Reserve Bank of India becomes a Pakistan note and why is it payment refused. There are some countries in the world currently, if you go to a store, they don't even accept cash. Because it is that leads to corruption, leads to theft.
Firstly, thank you so much, sir, for doing this. Honestly, this conversation is something that I was really looking forward to, because your journey is more than just being a real estate mogul. Apart from real estate, very less people know that you are into currency collection also, and you are one of the biggest currency collectors in the world.
That's right.
Right. So this conversation is going to be around real estate, Bangalore, currency, everything that you have come across while building Prestige. So let's start with, while I was doing research, I saw that your father, he was into tailoring business, and real estate is comparatively very different. What's fascinating is when people look at Prestige. So I am from Rajasthan. When I come to Bangalore and when I see Prestige everywhere, so I think that maybe it's a old family business group with deep roots in property. So how did the shift into property happen?
First of all, tailoring business, when you said it is a tailoring business, the shop was had started by my father in 1956.
Prestige shop.
Yeah. And it was not only tailoring, he had a clothing shop and everything what a man needs. In addition to selling the fabric, he used to also get things tailored for people who wanted it. And coming to real estate, it happened by accident. And there's a saying, roti, kapda, makan. So we were already in kapda, so we said makan is a good idea.
Right.
And this step into real estate was an accident. Way back in 1981, when we bought a piece of land which was for my house, and somehow that after buying that land, I was told by my father-in-law that this isn't good for my daughter, so you need to sell it and buy something else. So in the process of selling it, we made 75,000. So that we said is something wrong, because it was hardly a month, and in those days I was in a shop called Prestige Textiles, which was in Abhinay Theatre Complex in BV Kainga Road.
Okay.
And we used to struggle 9 to 9, 7 days a week, and the net profit was 75,000 annually. So
and you made that
something that is not right. So I said this is a good business to be in. So we got into property as more like traders, buying and selling of sites. It's only much later in 86 that we got into construction.
Real estate.
Because there was a law that came from the income tax called 37I, where we had to offer the property to the government at the price that you had agreed to buy, and they would say yes, they want to buy it or leave it.
Okay.
This was to prevent people undervaluing the property. So anyway, I said the best thing now to do is to start doing some construction. So we got some property, a site in Double Road, or KH Road as it's called, and we did a first office building. And we were, I think, the first in India to do office units. The reason for the sale was because in those days the tenancy laws were so bad that if you rented out something, then you never got it back.
Okay.
So we said the best thing is to make units and sell it. Better to make them a owner. Selling it, then make them a owner by renting it. And that started a journey into property development.
And this is
now it's 40 years and
40 years.
there's been no looking back. We have done more than 200 million square feet.
Okay.
Yeah. Yesterday I told someone that currently, at the moment, as of today, we are constructing 12 crore square feet or 12 million square feet. Pan India. And you've already completed 200 million square feet, Pan India, and which includes hotels, malls, plotted developments, apartments, office units, and then IT for offices for IT.
So most of the projects are in Bangalore.
Most of it because we were doing in Bangalore, but now we have everywhere.
Bombay, Hyderabad,
Chennai, Kochi, Delhi, Mysore, so all over.
There's one.
Goa
also?
Yes, Goa also soon.
Residential or?
Residential soon. We've done already one, and many more are going to come there now.
So we can see Prestige Hospitality also in Goa.
Yes, we can see Prestige Hospitality in Goa, in Kochi, in Hyderabad, in Bangalore, in Delhi. In fact, Delhi, we're having a largest hotel, the Marriott Marquis, which is around 600 rooms. And
is it under construction?
Under construction. And the St. Regis, which is another 200, all in one building, which is scheduled to open this year.
This year? Where it is in Delhi?
It's in Aerocity.
Aerocity? Yes. Wow. That's superb. One of the best locations. So, most of the old groups, they started with textiles. Your journey was also started with textiles.
That's right.
And then you came into real estate.
It was transition. It was just pure accident. It wasn't something that we intended, but as I told you, it was
a good accident. But
yeah, it was a good accident. But then we continued with it.
Right.
And we are persisting in doing what you're doing.
So when people ask about Bangalore, everybody talks about startup, founders, tech giants, global conglomerates. You have seen the city before all of this happened, right? So I'm really curious, what was Bangalore like when you were building here?
No, I'll tell you about Bangalore. When I was in school, it was called the Pensioners' Paradise.
Pensioners' Paradise?
Pensioners' Paradise.
What does it mean?
It was called the Garden City.
Okay.
So these were the names for Bangalore because of the climate, and a lot of people who were in other parts of the country moved to Bangalore, and hence the word Pensioners' Paradise. And we lived in a home on Infantry Road, and our school was in Museum Road, St. Joseph's. And we used to come home for lunch.
Okay.
So the cycling time, when we used to come by cycling time was 5 to 7 minutes. And through Museum Road, MG Road, and then St. Andrew's Church, and then Infantry Road and home. 7 minutes is to take, 15 minutes or 20 minutes to have lunch, and then go back again to the afternoon classes. And one of the things that we used to do is, at that time, when you used to cycle from school to the house and back, one of the things we do is to count the number of cars on the street. So some days you would see 12, some days 15, some days 7, some days not more than 20 a day anyway. So this was the state of Bangalore and the traffic at that time. And now...
And this is 19...
that is 80s. Between 64 and 71. Yeah,
okay.
64 and 71, much before you were born, I think.
Yeah. But startup culture and tech were not there at that time.
No, nothing was there at that time. It happened much later, I think in the late 80s.
Late 80s.
And that's when the first IT happened. And then, it just snowballed into the tech city or the IT city. We had Infosys.
Infosys was the first one, right?
Yeah, Infosys was there. And we also had Wipro as well.
Yeah.
So these two plus every other allied company in the world big or small, slowly moved in.
So was land even valuable at that time also?
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't,
As this. Now the prices have just shot up to the roof. The prices were real.
Yeah.
When we sold our house on Infantry Road in 1981, we sold it at 50 rupees a square foot.
And now
Today 60,000 a square foot. And when I bought land in Whitefield, and it's not that what my grandfather bought, maybe sometime in 88, it was 50 paisa a square foot, or 22,000 per acre. And today they talk of 20,000, 25,000 a square foot. So that's what's happened to.
So you are more of an investor or a trader?
No, we were traders. We were born traders because that was in our blood to buy and sell. So that's what we did till we got into property development, and then one led to another, and that's where we are.
When you build any project now, suppose say if you are building up new project, so that land, is it owned by Prestige or you do JV?
No, there are various ways of doing it. One is that if somebody sells it, we buy it.
Yeah.
If somebody doesn't sell it, we do a JV.
But is it
or a
viable?
Joint development, huh?
Is it viable to buy the land?
It is viable. Definitely, much more viable than doing a JD.
Yeah. Okay.
Or joint development is much more viable.
Okay.
Yes, because by the time from the time we buy to the time you sell it, itself takes about a year and a half, maybe 2 years, till you get the plans sanctioned, approved, and get ready for
all the compliances.
And get ready for sale. And by then the land price itself has gone up.
In 1 year.
In 1 year
when
or
people
2
get
years,
to know
it's
that
gone
the
up.
project is coming.
Correct.
Of course, right.
It's okay because what happens in land that you buy, you need to put all the money up front to do the project.
Right.
But in a joint development, it is your money, your land, and I do the construction.
Yes,
so we only pay for the construction, and there's a percentage that is shared.
So you are more interested in JVs or individual projects?
Right. We are not interested in anything that is called JV or cell phone. Whatever comes to you, and we feel that it is something that is worth and give value, we take that.
So, what's your favorite project? I mean, is it residential, commercial?
No. Commercial is not commercial. The one what we do for the office units for the IT company is favorite because earlier we even used to sell them. Now we don't sell it.
Okay.
We hold it and then we rent it out. Yes.
Okay.
And we have big companies like Apple took a large space at Ming Square. Cisco took some 4 million square feet. Like that we have huge tenants. HP.
Okay. And do they do contract for 5 years, 10 years or?
They do. Depending on the requirement, they do for.
Okay.
But it's always long term.
Long term.
It's not short term. They don't want to get in and get out.
So I was looking some interview of a real estate developer from Bombay. He said that Bangalore is a very difficult market to enter. A lot of builders from Bombay, Delhi, they have tried entering into real estate space in Bangalore, but none of them succeeded. So why Bangalore is such a difficult market to crack? It
is not at all difficult. It is their perception.
Okay.
Maybe they went into wrong locations. I'm not sure. And maybe they also encountered wrong guys who.
But we have not seen any outsiders project in.
No, there are many now. There are many that have come from outside, from Chennai. There, from Hyderabad. Many are there.
Okay.
From Bombay, there are there. From Delhi, there are there. Even companies like Godrej, Loda, all are here in Bangalore. There was a time when they felt that the amount, the return they were getting was not enough.
Compared to
what
cities.
they were doing in their cities like Bombay and Delhi. So, in this you have to look at small return and you have to look at a turnover rather than.
So, when Prestige does a project in Bombay and when you do a project in Bangalore, how is it different?
Nothing is different. We do it with the same passion, same commitment, same honesty.
And in terms of regulation?
No, each city has its own regulation, but you have to fall in line. And one thing we don't do is to do anything that is illegal. We just go by the plan. We build as per sanction. We don't deviate. No deviation. And one of the USPs of Prestige is that we are able to deliver good quality and on time. To deliver on time, that's a big success.
So I was noticing why we have not seen many branded developers in India. I mean, you can count them on tips. Either it is Bombay, Delhi, or Bangalore. There are not many branded developers.
There are about 15, 20, and they are the branded ones.
15, 20 for a country like India.
Yeah,
it's a very small number.
No, it's not a small number. It's quite a large number.
Okay.
Because the volumes are there, and each one's got his own niche areas which they do, a niche type of development they do. Maybe more. I said 20, maybe they are 30, 40 also. Yeah. In fact, Bombay itself, there are 20, I think.
Bombay is the biggest of all.
Delhi, there are 20. So maybe I spoke of Bangalore as 20, but all put together, India-wise, maybe there are 100 also.
So, is it harder to get land in Bombay as compared to cities like Bangalore?
It's not hard of getting land anywhere. In fact, what happens is because of the reputation, the landowners want to deal with you. So we do get, like especially Bombay, I think in a week you get 2 offers. So how much can you do?
Okay.
It's difficult because Bombay is all redevelopment.
In real estate, we have seen many people with massive land banks, with good political connection, with huge financial backing, but very few people want to come into real estate space. They want to involve into trading. I'm talking about Haryana or NCR. A lot of farmers, they have huge land, but they don't want to come into this space. What's the reason behind it?
I'm not sure because each state, each city, each region has its own type of wants and needs. So when we go to another city also, we learn the local customs, rules, laws and needs. Like for example, if you go around the Delhi belt, when I say Delhi, it is NCR belt, etc. They prefer the lower floors. Ground floor is more preferred.
Okay.
If you go to Bombay or Bangalore, everyone wants the penthouse, the top floor. So each city has its own logic. Now why and what we don't know, but then you have to understand it and work towards it.
And what is it for Bangalore?
No, it's just like Bombay and others said, they want the higher it is, the better it is.
The higher it is, the better it is. Okay. Let's say someone watching this conversation, if they want to enter into real estate space and real estate space as a developer, so how should they start? Suppose if today you are starting from a scratch in 2026, where would you start from? Is it going to be property trading, real estate,
it will be property development. We start with residential.
Suppose if you have 2 crore rupees, let's say if you have 2 crore rupees, then you cannot start with residential or real estate.
No, you can start, but what happens is maybe you can do a joint development with that kind of money.
Okay. But is it a good idea to start with?
It's a good idea, but what happens is all good looks good on paper. That is provided you are able to sell it.
Yeah.
If you're not able to sell it, then how will you build it? And where will you get the money to build it? Then the interest catches up. You go to the bank and then it's difficult.
So is it better first you work under some real estate builder and then you can launch your project?
No, always you have to start small. You do one small house, then you do one apartment block of 4, then you do something that is 20, then you go to 40. Just like you do in school, you start with kindergarten and go up to your graduation or PhD, etc. Same way, you can't straight away go and do a MBA degree. You have to start from somewhere.
Right.
So that's the same for all businesses. It's just not for property or real estate.
So when you started with residential. I mean, you started with trading.
We started with trading. We didn't do. We bought and sold sites and property, and then we did residential. Then we went to commercial, and then slowly we added. And it's taken us 40 years to reach here.
Yeah.
It's not that it's come just overnight.
How was your initial 10 years?
Oh, it was there. We were aggressive, and things did help. And slowly, we also increased the quantities and the number of built area got increased depending on the confidence and the sales that we had.
So I believe Bangalore real estate credit, major credit goes to the startup and the techs, because after 1990s, a lot of young founder came in, and a lot of ESOP rich employers came in, and they started buying the flats and apartment, and that's the main reason behind real estate success in Bangalore, which is not the same case in other cities like
I'm not
Bangalore.
sure, but what happens is what you say is right. It is also one is the climate.
Okay.
One is the people that moved into it. One is the startup culture. One is the IT. It is also that that the employment that people got. So once someone's here and there is employment, the next thing they do is to buy a home for themselves.
Right.
So which they have done, and then we are supplying the needs of the people that are here who want to be in Bangalore and live in Bangalore. And one thing I've seen, that people who do come from wherever, they want to be in Bangalore, live in Bangalore, buy an apartment in Bangalore, marry someone from Bangalore.
Right. So, but in recent years, in last 2 years, I have heard from a lot of people that because of AI, many companies are laying off, and the hiring is very slow compared to last 5 years.
There is.
So is it affecting?
It's a thing that people are getting laid off because of AI.
Yeah.
Then you need double the amount of people to do the work what AI is doing.
But is it affecting the real estate in Bangalore?
No. Because it is just that the type of job is changing. His skills are different. Earlier he was doing a software job, now he's doing a job for AI. So nothing, it's just changed. Then also a lot of GCCs came in. A lot of banks came in. A lot of people have now set up shop. Large amount of spaces have been taken.
Okay.
So it's only the job profile has changed. They're only looking at what jobs went, but they're also not saying that the amount of jobs that have come in, the new skills and new jobs that people are wanting.
But we are hearing a lot about the layoff, right? We are hearing.
No, you're hearing about the layoff. No one's talking about the hiring. How much hiring is happening? How many new? Because how I say that is, see, only this last year, 2025, only Prestige has leased out space of 7.5 million square feet in Bangalore.
In only Bangalore.
In Bangalore in 1 year. That means it is 75,000 people who are going to find jobs in those buildings. That is in addition to. Then again, same thing will happen this year also. Maybe 7.5 million to 10 million square feet. That means another 75,000 to 1 lakh people are going to get added in our buildings. So, and whatever we've had, no one's emptied that space. Even if they have, it's already full up.
Okay. I feel that RERA has been the biggest turning point in real estate all over India. And I am curious about the other side of the story, because I feel RERA indirectly push the industry toward consolidation. जहाँ पे larger जो players है, they are getting stronger, and the smaller developers.
Because it's regulated.
Yeah.
They make you disciplined. And the larger players are the ones that are disciplined. Earlier, the smaller players were not disciplined. They would take the money from a guy selling an apartment, take that money and go and invest it and do another job. Having no money to complete the work. So if you are disciplined in work, and which is very good that has happened. It's very good that has happened. It has given a level of comfort to the buyers. It's also absolutely regulated the markets in the country.
But don't you think some honest developer also got hurt because of RERA?
It's not hurt. They never got hurt. In fact, we are honest. We never got hurt.
But you are a big builder.
No, it doesn't
talking
matter.
About smaller
even if it is, see, unless you do things right and properly in a disciplined way, you won't be hurt. Why would you be hurt? See, if I misuse the fund, then you're going to be hurt. So that's not honesty, no?
Right.
Of misusing the fund.
But let's say if RERA has existed when you started your journey, would it be
We would
easier to?
have still got discipline, and we were disciplined. That's why we didn't
But
fight.
would it be easier to for you to build prestige,
No,
or
it
much
would have
harder?
been. Of course, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? In fact, we have grown after RERA has come. We've grown some 10 times, or 20 times after RERA came.
In last 10 years,
Yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
it's not a deterrent. It's
okay,
a help, actually.
it's a help.
It is a
But so, and after RERA came in, a lot of big developers also got bankrupt and they got out from the market, right?
Yeah, because they were not using the money to do the development for which they took it. So they were diverting the money. If you were not disciplined, then either you had to be there or you had to leave.
Sir, in last 2-3 years, we have seen massive rise in luxury segment, luxury apartments, branded residency, premium projects in metro cities, in cities like Bangalore, Bombay, Delhi. And on the contrary, affordable housing is facing a lot of challenges. Is it true?
No, it's not true at all. I disagree. The biggest market is the affordable section. There has been a demand for luxury, and that's very small percentage of the total.
But in last 2-3 years,
No, it's very marginal compared to the biggest market is the affordable.
okay.
The ticket size 1 crore, 1.5 crores, 2 crores. The affordable, it only you hear noise. Then volumes are very, very minuscule. If you take Prestige, for example, we are maybe 2% in luxury and 98% in the affordable.
Affordable.
Yeah.
And when you say affordable, it means below 2 crore, 3 crore,
Correct.
right?
No, we have all segments below 2, below 3, below 5, below 7. Then there's a big jump. That is the luxury, and that is a very small percentage.
Okay.
Very, very small.
Very small percentage.
Yes.
And it's in Bangalore or other cities?
No, it's in other cities as well, in Bangalore as well. In Bombay, of course, the prices are different, but then even there, the luxury is quite expensive.
Okay. In Bangalore or Bombay?
Bombay, yes, Bombay.
What kind of real estate opportunity do you think that people are underestimating today? Suppose where do you think the next massive opportunity lies in real estate?
No, opportunity is there. It's only you
No, in
take
terms
it.
I'm saying in terms of either residential, commercial, warehousing or
No, it's a combination
hospitality.
of all. It can't be just only one. It's a combination of residential, it is warehousing, it is commercial, it is office space, it is IT space, it is hotels, it is malls. So it's a plotted development. There is, if one thing slows down, the other thing helps you to sustain that period. So there's no such thing as that, which side is going what, because it all again is demand versus supply.
Let's say if you have to say कि next 10 years में सबसे ज़्यादा growth कहाँ पे दिखेगी?
कहाँ पे दिखेगी? I think plotted development is there, and in the affordable sector,
Affordable sector.
yeah, affordable sector.
Most people know you as the man behind Prestige Group, but very few know that you are one of the largest currency collector in the world. So this is not a normal hobby. How did this obsession actually begin?
No, this started when I was in Standard 7 in school.
In 7th?
In Standard 7, where I found some notes which read Reserve Bank of India, and on it was the portrait of George VI.
Portrait of?
King George
King
VI.
George, okay.
And how there was a stamp on it which said Pakistan note payment refused. So I couldn't understand how a Reserve Bank of India becomes a Pakistan note and why is it payment refused. It's only much later, and there were no answers to it at all, because at that time we didn't have internet, we didn't have Google, nothing, and no one was able to answer it. It's only much later that I came to know that on one single day we became two countries, and we were also using the same currency because we were under British India.
Yeah.
And what currency we were using in India were also being used in Pakistan as well. So when the when we became two countries and they became independent and so did we, they were not ready with their money. So what they did was they used the British India notes itself, and they overprinted with an amended plate the words Government of Pakistan and Hukumat-e-Pakistan in Urdu and Government of Pakistan in English in the watermark area. So I think in the process of people going from India to Pakistan and coming from there to India, some of those Pakistan overprinted notes came into India. And when they went to change it, they said, "Ye sahi nahi hai, it won't work." So you know how people are there, they don't want to lose the money, they use the brain. They said, after all, it's a print. So they erase the print. So when you erase the print, it looks like any other normal note that is in circulation in India. And then with that erased note, they would go to the bank and try to change it. But unfortunately, those note numbers and the prefixes were in the know with the banks who exchanged it. And then they put the words Pakistan note payment refused. And that curiosity is what got me into this. And fortunately for me, I stuck to only paper money and no coins.
No coins.
So, and also I was a specialist in India notes.
In India notes.
India note. I only do India and I only do paper. So I have in the museum, and if you haven't been there, I would urge you to go and see it. It is the best museum for Indian paper money in the world.
In the world.
In the world. And every note issued from 1800s to the current is present there. One example of each is there.
How did you find all the notes?
That's a question that everyone asks. I didn't find it. That they found me.
Okay.
Yeah, and then as time goes, your popularity goes, and there is also, people start saying that if there's any India note, there is a man in Bangalore. And who is the person who you should get the advice to sell it to. And slowly that popularity and growth came in from that side. So from all over the world I was contacted, and I was able to get everything that is there.
So do you remember your first rare currency note?
That I think my grandparents were very well off in those days. They were also traders at that time. So I think he also had some British India currency left in his with him, which he gave it to me. Plus, one of my uncles in Ooty also had some BI notes, British India notes, which he was one day sitting on the desk and he was trying to. Then he showed it to me. Then I requested, can I have it? So both put together became a nice starters collection, I think. And then one led to another till what you see today. And I just didn't stop at collecting. I also did a whole lot of research, which is still continuing.
Okay. Tell me something about it.
When you say research, every note has a story. And most of the stories I know how it is printed, where it was printed, who are the signatories. It's all documented in a book which I wrote in 2012.
Okay.
And then I wrote a book, 1 rupee 100 years, because in 1917 the 1 rupee became 100 years because we had the first 1 rupee in the year 1917. So I wrote a book on all the 1 rupees issued from 1917 to 2017. And recently I wrote a book on the banknotes of Hyderabad, the princely state of Hyderabad, because the Nizam was the only person in India who was given permission by the British to have his own paper money.
Acha.
No other princely state in the country was given that privilege. And I think the most upset was Maharaja Wadia, saying that, my kingdom is as big as...
And what's the reason behind it?
No, because at that time in 1917, the reason was that it was the First World War and they ran out of metal. So same happened in India as well, and that's why that 1 rupee also came into being. And same way with the other princely states, and in Hyderabad, being a big state, they also ran out of money and they got permission to issue paper instead of metal. And when I say metal, in those days it was only silver.
Silver.
Yes.
Yeah. You have spent your year while building wealth through real estate. But through currency collection, you have also studied how wealth and power rise and collapse. Correct?
Absolutely.
So you must have seen currencies from all over the world. Correct? But so when you study old currency, do you start noticing patterns in how economies and civilization behave?
You notice everything, but also what happens is, that fortunately what happened was, between the 1800 up to 1861, it was the private banks that issued the currencies. 1857, we had the Sepoy Mutiny, and the East India Company was sold to the Crown. The British India took over. They came here. First thing that Queen Victoria did was to say that no more private banks or public anyone can issue paper money. It is the job of the government. And the government of India issued the first notes of paper which were unifaced, meaning printed on one side, just like the notes of Bank of England, thereby prohibiting anybody else to print money. So the sole monopoly rested with the government. Till 1935, when the Reserve Bank of India was born, and the responsibility was given to the Reserve Bank of India and taken away from the Currency Department of the Government of India. And Reserve Bank of India has been printing notes for India from 1935 till the present day. And one interesting fact is that other than the 1 rupee, which is signed by the Secretary of Finance, all denominations above 2 rupees going up to 10,000 are signed by the Governor of Reserve Bank.
Governor of the Reserve Bank.
Correct.
Okay.
Like even now the current governor is Mr.
But
Sanjay
why it is different for 1 rupee?
Because the 1 rupee is treated as a coin in the eyes of the law. So the 1 rupee was the one that was signed by the Secretary of Finance.
Okay.
And I think the last note came in 2021. There was a gap. It stopped in 94, started again in 2015, 2016. Was there for 4-5 years and again closed because the cost of printing that
was much
higher than the face value. So it's sensible that it was closed. So we currently also the highest or the lowest note is 10. We don't even have the 5. 5 also got discontinued.
Yeah, right.
The 1, 2 and 5
we are not printing 1 to 5.
No, 1 to 5 is not being printed. 10 is the least. And the maximum today is 500 because the 2000 also got discontinued.
Yeah, right. I come from a tier 3 city, as I told you, and over there a lot of people still they use cash. And when I travel to cities like Bombay, Delhi or any metro city, most of the transaction happens in UPI or digital transaction or any card or digital transaction. Over here people don't have cash with them. So do you think this generation will lose the emotion and historical connection with people once had with money?
2012 when my book came, it's called Indian Paper Money. The Revised Standard Guide to Indian Paper Money. At that time I had said that we are going to derive the benefit of having cash in our pockets, and cash is going to go away, and there's going to be a time when you're going to use a telephone to make payments. And people laughed at me. Anyway, strangely, 2016 came and then things got demonetized and then we were forced to become digital.
Yeah.
Now, I'll give you an example of yesterday. I was out somewhere and I bought something and and this one I've used cash after a very long time. I just gave her 500 rupees because I was in a hurry and I bought something for 200. Even the vendor says I don't have change.
They don't have change.
They said scanner sir, scanner chahiye.
Yeah.
So even now, when you leave home, you don't even look for your wallet Because earlier days you were looking for your credit card.
Yeah.
Now even the credit card is linked to your phone.
Phone, yeah.
And through your UPI.
Everything is linked to your phone.
Everything is linked to the phone. So you don't leave home without your phone. Somehow that you leave your wallet, but you don't forget your phone. But if you are without money, it's fine. Now, and I also had said that there'll be a day where a beggar on the road will have a scanner around his neck because you don't have money or change to pay him.
So how did you make this prediction in 2012?
No, it is something that, it's a premonition that I had that, the world is changing fast and, it's going to become digital, but it's going to be so fast. And now to answer your question, a time will come when the government also wants people to be digital because they know there's a control, they know how much you're getting and how much
everything is controlled.
Not controlled.
Paper money, you can't control anything.
Yeah, because when you're using cash, it's anonymous.
Yeah, right.
When it's digital, it is it's there in who you got the money from and who
everything
you
is traceable. Yeah.
Yeah, it's traceable.
Yeah.
So, but still, it will not be completely finished because they want to have that privacy factor and they want to be anonymous on what you do with your money. But the things are that it's going to be much less than what it is today also in the future.
Okay. In future.
But cash will be there.
Cash will be there.
Cash will be there. It won't be absorbed fully. And there are some countries in the world currently who, if you go to a store, they don't even accept cash.
What's the reason behind it?
No, because it is that leads to corruption, leads to theft. Cash is so much that you have to keep track of it. Make sure that if I'm in a shop, I've collected X amount, it has to get banked. Otherwise, they will sell something, not bill it, take the cash and pocket it.
Yeah.
So they don't want to accept cash. There is a store in Brigade Road, Rex Walk, ice cream shop. I went there, I was there, and then there were some guys, I think from overseas, from foreigners were standing there, and they had a little kid. That kid wanted to buy the kid an ice cream, and they were giving them some cash. And the guy said, "Sorry, I can't accept cash because that's the rule of a store. You cannot accept cash. You have to give me UPI payment." He said, "We are tourists. I don't carry any cash." He says, "But I'm sorry, I can't do." So I bought the ice cream, gave it to the kid, and he said, "Go." And I told the gentleman, "Thank you for being so courteous and helpful to other kids." This is a poor kid.
But do you personally still enjoy carrying physical cash?
No, I do, but not much. It's nothing much in the pocket. It's always far less than what it used to be now. In terms of usage in the month, maybe zero. Maybe
zero physical cash.
Zero physical cash. There will be, but I'm saying usage is zero.
I'm sure there must have been moments when you spent years trying to acquire that rare note or coin.
Yes.
So what's the craziest story behind?
There are many stories. One of the stories that I keep saying, and maybe I haven't said it online, is that I got an email from a gentleman in Portugal.
Portugal, okay.
Now, Portugal, why Portugal? We are also beyond the British. We are also colonized by the French. And we are also colonized by the Portuguese. So you have the Portuguese India money and you also have the French India money. Apart from the money of the Nizam, princely states, and the British India. These are the four types of money that is there been in circulation for the last 200 years. So this gentleman had 4 notes, 1, 5, 10 and 50. These were the 1905 issue of Portuguese India, Banca Ultramarino. That means the
Portuguese bank.
Portuguese bank, Banco Ultramarino. Ultramarino means bank, overseas bank.
Overseas bank.
So that was the bank that was handling all the countries where they had colonized. And all these 4 notes had note number 1, 00001.
000.
Obviously, what happened is, I think when they printed it, somebody has removed the first note of each of these denominations and kept it aside. Must have kept it in an envelope because they were still uncirculated, brand new. And he wanted to sell it. Now, the problem was he couldn't speak English, I couldn't speak Portuguese. And I'm in Bangalore, he's in Portugal. How do you
communicate?
One is communicate. I did communicate because I put a post in Facebook, requesting for someone in Bangalore who could speak Portuguese, got him over and had this conversation. But the thing is that how do you collect it? And somebody also has to make sure that, what he's giving is
genuine,
genuine and it is real.
Yeah.
Of course, I knew it is real because, I had a few of these notes already, but not the ones that the numbers that he had. And they look quite all right. Prima facie, it looked genuine. But now, so I think by luck, we were doing a golf course which is called Prestige Golf Fair. The architect is from London who did he was the architect, and he overheard Portuguese and he heard something. He said, "Boss, Mr. Rezwan, I am in Porto. I got a boat and one of my hobbies is I'm going from London to Porto in my yacht.
Okay.
So you can ask that friend to come and hand it over to me on the yacht in Porto, and I'll be happy to bring it back for you." So, as luck would have it, I again called that friend who spoke to him. This gentleman was in Lisbon, and on the appointed day and time, he took a train to Porto, went on to the yacht, and handed over the 4 notes. And then my friend brought it from there and they are on display at the museum.
Okay, it's there?
Yeah.
So how do you find if the note is real?
No, now it is practice. The same thing, you keep seeing. And then you can just tell by looking at it. There are many features physically which you see without even touching it, which the font, the style, whatever, you can tell whether the note is tampered, whether it is genuine, whether it's a fake, just by looking at it.